Welcome to our deep dive into the second IPL qualifier match between RR and SRH in Chennai. Stick around till the end for our dream team captain and vice-captain picks and our match winner prediction. First up, let's dive into the power game. We'll see how the power batters and bowlers from both teams will clash in the first 6 overs. RR has a left-right combination of power batters, Jaiswal and Cadmore. They have to face off against the SRH's medium-paced bowlers, Bhuvi and Natarajan. They have to also deal with some fast bowling from the SRH captain. On the other side, SRH has 2 left-handed power batters, Abhishek and Head. They have to face off against RR's power specialists, Bolt and Sandeep. They also need to see off Avesh, who had a brilliant match in the Eliminator. This match will be played at the M.A. Chidambaram Stadium in Chennai. We will have a look at how the pitch has played out for the batters and bowlers in the first 6. We'll analyze the average bat and bowl points scored in both innings at this venue. In the first innings, batters score an average of 63 points while bowlers get only 30. In the second innings, batters rack up 67 points and bowlers get 41. Chennai has been more favorable for the power batters than the bowlers in both the innings, though it gets a little better for the bowlers in the second. Fast medium, and medium bowlers have had the most success in power game at this venue. RR's power bowling attack on paper looks more effective on this pitch. Let's dive into the clash of the power game titans on the field. We are now looking at how the power batters have fared against the opposition power bowler types. Looking at RR, Jaiswal's form against medium pace bowlers, especially against the left-arm medium ones, hasn't been all that good. Cadmore, however, has been doing well against medium-pace bowlers, though he has struggled a bit against right-arm fast-pace bowlers. On the other side for SRH, both Head and Abhishek has had good form against right-arm medium bowlers. However, both these batters have shown some vulnerability against fast medium-pace bowlers. Let's now see if the power batters and bowlers of both teams have had a real face-off. We are now looking at the head-to-head battles between the power batters and bowlers of both teams. Jaiswal has had the better off both Bhuvi and Cummins. He has, however, been troubled by Natarajan in the past. Will Jaiswal counter the Natarajan threat and get the better of SRH's power bowlers tonight? Avesh has had the better of both the SRH's power batters, and it will be interesting to see his show tonight. Abhishek has also been troubled by Bolt in the past. Will the RR power bowlers dominate the power game? We look forward to the matchup between Head and Avesh. Will Avesh get the better of Head? Jaiswal could prove to be a key player for RR tonight. RR's power bowling looks more potent to win them the power game. Second up, let's dive into the middle game. We'll see how the middle batters and bowlers from both teams will clash in the middle overs. RR has 3 right-handed middle batters, Samson, Parag, and Jurel. They could face off against the SRH spinners, Markanda and Shabazz. They also need to see off, at least an over each from Cummins and Natarajan. We feel Markanda should be picked over their overseas leg spinner. On the other side, SRH too has 3 right-handed middle batters, Tripathi, Nithish, and Klassen. They have to counter RR's potent spin attack of Ashwin and Chahal. They also need to see off some pace bowling from Avesh. Let's look at how the pitch has played out for the batters and bowlers in the middle overs. We'll analyze the average bat and bowl points scored in both innings at this venue in the middle overs. In the first innings, batters score an average of 77 points, while bowlers almost match up by scoring 67. In the second innings, batters rack up 79 points and the bowlers come close at 64. Middle bowlers have had more assistance from the Chennai pitch, and it is not the easiest of grounds for middle batters to get going. Orthodox spin and medium-pace bowlers have had the most success. However, this pitch has relatively favored bowlers in general in the middle. RR's Ashwin and SRH's Tripathi has had a good track record on this pitch. It will be interesting to see how they go about in tonight's game. Let's dive into the clash of the middle game titans on the field. We are now looking at how the middle batters have fared against the opposition middle bowler types. Looking at RR, it is clearly the right-arm fast bowlers that has troubled the RR middle batters. However, they seem to have done well against spin and left-arm medium-pace bowlers. On the other side for SRH, both Klassen and Tripathi have shown vulnerability against both leg break and right-arm fast medium bowlers. Nithish for SRH has relatively better form against the RR middle bowler types. Let's now see if the middle batters and bowlers of both teams have had a real face-off. We are now looking at the head-to-head battles between the middle batters and bowlers of both teams. Both Samson and Parag have been troubled by Natarajan in the past. Cummins seems to have had the better of both Parag and Jarrell. However, both Parag and Jarrell are coming off from a good partnership they had on this pitch against CSK. Will they come good again against SRH? Chahal seems to have had the better of both Tripathi and Klaasen in the past. Avesh too has had success against this SRH duo. Nitish, however, has had the advantage against the RR middle bowlers in this IPL season. SRH middle batters struggled in Chennai when they played against CSK. Will they be able to reverse their fortunes tonight? We look forward to the matchup between Tripathi and Chahal. Will Chahal rock the SRH middle? Chahal on this pitch could prove to be a key player for RR tonight. RR's lethal spin duo could set them up to win the middle game. Lastly, let's dive into the death game. We'll see how the death batters and bowlers from both teams will clash in the final 5 overs. RR has a left-right combination of death batters, Hetmeyer and Powell. RR would be happy to have this West Indian duo to finish off their batting innings. They have to face off against SRH's pace bowlers, Bhuvi, Natarajan and Cummins. Natarajan has been particularly good for SRH at the death. On the other side, SRH would be better off bringing in Markram as their 4th foreign player to boost their death batting. He would be partnered by Samad, who has been SRH's main hope at the death so far. They have to face off against RR's effective death bowling trio of Sandeep, Avesh, and Bolt. Sandeep has been more tough to get off at the death. Let's look at how the pitch has played out for the batters and bowlers in the last 5 overs. We'll analyze the average bat and bowl points scored in both innings at this venue in the last 5 overs. In the first innings, batters score an average of 75 points, while bowlers get only 39. In the second innings, batters only manage 47 points, and bowlers match up to them at 41 points. Chennai has been particularly favorable for death batters in the first innings. It's again the medium and fast medium bowlers who have done well here at the death. We also see leg break bowlers get some success in the first innings. Based on what we have seen so far on the venue, it does look more favorable for teams to bat first on the Chennai pitch. Let's dive into the clash of the death game titans on the field. We are now looking at how the death batters have fared against the opposition death bowler types. Looking at RR, Powell has struggled against right-arm medium bowlers. Both Hetmeyer and Powell has shown some weakness against left-arm medium bowlers. On the other side for SRH, right-arm medium bowlers have had some success against Samad. Markram has fallen to right-arm, fast medium pacers in the past. SRH death batters seem to have better form against opposition bowler types. Matchups. Let's now see if the death batters and bowlers of both teams have had a real face-off. We are now looking at the head-to-head battles between the death batters and bowlers of both teams. Bhuvi has had the better of both the RR's death batters so far. Hetmeyer has also been troubled by Natarajan in the past. Will Bhuvi make an impact for SRH at the death? Avesh is the only RR death bowler to have had some success against Samad. Will SRH bring back Markram to give them a potential death game win? We look forward to the matchup between Powell and Bhuvi. Will Bhuvi get the better of Powell? Markram, if picked, could prove to be a key player for SRH tonight. SRH has matchups in their favor to win them the death game. As we have seen so far, RR could edge out SRH in the first 2 sessions of the game. Avesh Khan has both the venue and matchups in his favor. He is our dream team captain pick. Riyan Parag would look to continue his dream run for RR. He is our dream team vice captain pick. We feel RR has better bowlers to take their team across the line. We are picking RR to beat SRH in the second IPL qualifier. May the best team win.